What is up, you guys? It's Mark from the Rooted Progress, and I'm with
John from Offroad Nation.
Yeah, and today we are working on Chris's SK Forester. He got a ton of new lights from OZUSA LED. So we're trying to figure out a way to wire them up with the trigger controller. As you can see, there's quite a bit of mess right there, but for the essence of time, we kind of pre-sorted out, kind of made our little wire harnesses. Thank you, John. John did all that, and he's gonna actually explain a little bit about what we figured out with the setup. That way, if you guys have this going on at home, hopefully this video is helpful for you guys.
Cool, so basically what we have here, Chris has all of his legs on the trigger controller used, so he needs to control his light bar. So we're gonna put that on switch leg 1, which is the 30 amp right here. If you guys are running a light bar or anything that brings in a lot of power, you should be using 1 and 2. So we have pre-cut the leg that trigger controller sends us. So this will basically plug into here, right? And then you have your ground and your positive right here. I have my heat shrink sleeves over it so I can, make it look as good as possible. And then once we connect, all that, this is gonna be the leg that goes up to the light bar. So you'll be connecting your ground to ground, power to power. I like to solder. If you don't have the equipment to do that, you guys can crimp, you guys can, twist and tape, whatever you guys have. We're just gonna grab our tools. We have a soldering iron, and then we just have a fine electrical solder right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and solder these together.
We got the wires all soldered up together. We got our heat shrink wrap up on top, and we're just gonna go ahead and use the heat gun, shrink it all up.
Yep. So we had a little bit of piece showing, so we're just gonna use some electrical tape to finish the CO, do it nice and tight.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Nice. It looks actually really good. Yeah.
Once you're done with all your soldering and everything is good, your connections are solid, then you can go ahead and plug it into your switch leg and just push it in nice and tight because you have weather stripping in here. It's going to keep it waterproof.
And dust-proof, huh?
And dust-proof. There you go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
And that's
see.
it.
We'll see.
So he already had pre-existing wires ran in, and it comes out of his roof.
Yeah.
So use your 2 little wires from there.
Nice.
So we're basically just gonna splice the cable that comes from the light bar, and then I'm gonna go ahead and run it nicely underneath, and then we'll solder onto here, and then that's pretty much it. It'll be powered up by the trigger controller for the light bar. Alright, so I'm just sliding down our heat shrink. I cut an extra long piece so we can go all the way down to the rooftop. So we're just gonna basically just slide it over little by little. It's a little harder because we're on a curve, but
I'm actually really excited to see how bright these OZ lights are.
Alright, so we're gonna turn them on just to test them out. On the trigger controller, you have manual buttons that you can push. So light bar's on 1, and then 3 is our 4 black oaks. So then we'll go ahead and turn those on. Start with the OZ light.
Oh, bruh. Yo.
And then if we added the black oaks,
Oh my god.
so we got the spaceship going on here.
Sad thing about doing video for lights is that you can never really tell how bright they really are. I'll put the specs for this light bar down in the description below for you guys. But yeah, it is, from my point of view, those lights are freaking bright. I actually got the same light bar for my rig. So seeing this all wired up and seeing how much light it's putting out, I'm excited for my own setup. Soon to come, hopefully. Once we finish that roof rack and then get it onto the Outback, I'm gonna get this light bar installed, and it's gonna be freaking rad. But Really liking it so far. What do you think?
I think it's pretty bright. Might have to get some myself.
Not too bad, huh?
All right, guys. So the next part of the lighting that we're going to be doing is two 10-inch side lights. So he doesn't have any space on his trigger controller. So Trigger has these Bluetooth relays, right?
Okay, cool.
And then basically what it does is it takes over the regular relay that comes with your lighting system. You're just gonna pop it off, and then you're gonna pop in the trigger controller one. So then what this does is once it receives the power, you're gonna be able to connect through your trigger controller app to this Bluetooth, making that same connection wireless and adding it to your trigger controller setup. So basically these stock ones came with a light switch, so we're bypassing that, and we pre-soldered these right here, so you're constant hot going into your switch leg back into the relay. And basically what it'll do is it's gonna power up to the light that you want to control, making it a wireless system.
Sick. These Bluetooth relays, you do not necessarily need a trigger controller. All you actually really need is the app itself on your phone. I think you need a cell phone that has the Bluetooth 4.0 rating on it for it to work. So that's freaking awesome that you don't really need the trigger controller, because it's pretty pricey. It's like, what, how much, Chris, was yours? Like 500? I think it's in the $500 range. These are just $50 each. So per light, I guess, you can keep adding these on, and yeah, you'll end up having a trigger controller on your phone. So thanks, Chris, for mentioning that. And yeah, you guys can get yourselves one of these if you want to hook up your lights wirelessly.
All right, so we're running two of these trigger ones, and you can power up to 30 watts per relay, right? So since we have two relays, instead of running, you know, two connections to the battery, we're gonna bridge them together, and I'm gonna solder them together, only leaving one setup. And what we're gonna end up doing is just pulling the fuse, and we're gonna upgrade the fuse to comes stock with the 5 amp. So we're just gonna go to a 15 and be able to power both of them. And that way you don't have, you know, stacking on top of a battery with a bunch of connectors, especially because he has some connections going on already. So then it just looks cleaner that way. So next we're just gonna have them labeled 1 and 2. We'll just put 1 and 2 in our holes here, and then see, now it's all nice and clean, and we'll be able to run nice legs to all the lights.
So we now kind of just separated the two wires from the main loom that we made. So one of them is gonna go up this way. It's gonna connect right there to that wire.
So we have a right and a left light. So this is a 3 wire legs. We have a red, blue, and a black. Black's ground, and our 2 colors are gonna be right and left. And we'll connect, you know, one of them to this one, the other one to the other side, and then our grounds will go together, and then the rest of the wiring will be up top to the actual lights. So we're just tucking it in here into this awesome Spider No Drill roof rack
Shout out
crossbar.
to Tiger.
Yeah. So all nice and tucked in, and we'll just keep on going underneath. All right, so we're lifting up weather stripping so we can tuck wires in here. Once we solder all these together, we'll just kind of just run it in here together, and the weather stripping will just hide it all together. This will all be gone, and then we're gonna run this through the side, and then we'll put all these together. This is our driver side, this is our passenger side, which will go to, we're making the red driver side, the blue passenger side, and then of course the grounds will go together, and we'll make them all nice and neat, tucked in, and then you won't be able to see them like once everything is tucked.
Usually that blinks.
One Bluetooth relay, add device. Do you have Bluetooth 4.0?
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so we got our Trigger 1 Bluetooth wireless relays installed. We just mounted it up here on the side. Yeah, we had some technical issues trying to connect it to Chris's phone. Took us a while, but we sorted through it. If you guys want to know a more detailed review, I'm pretty sure Offroad Nation is going to make that video for you guys, so go ahead and follow them on their IG to find out more about that. Other than that, guys, we finished wiring up all the lights that Chris just recently got from OZUSA. So now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close this all up. We're all done, and we're gonna go ahead and check out the new lights. All the lights are freaking working. They look freaking amazing. We wanted to give you a quick tour of the lights that are from OZ. OZ actually did provide us with these lights for you guys, so we definitely need to show them for you guys, but we actually really do like these lights. So these are the 10-inch light bars, right?
Light bars. Mini light
They're really small. They're actually called the 10-inch minis. And then we have a 38-inch light bar up top. This one is freaking bright, guys. Alright guys, so we have the LED light bar in front, and then we got the 10-inch mini light bars, LED light bars on the sides. So Chris is going to be using those for his scene light, and then the LED light bar for down the road visibility when he's trailing. Alright guys, so that pretty much sums up this video for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit up Offroad Nation. They should be making a review for the Trigger 1. Definitely give them a follow. Thank you OZUSA for providing us with these awesome lights. If you guys were also interested in purchasing these lights for your rig, there's going to be a link in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. We don't make any money from those links, guys, so please use them. It's there for the community to save you guys a couple bucks. And yeah, these lights are freaking awesome. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, guys, keep on trekking.